In today's video, I have to survive 100 days as a Vindicator. And also, I have 3 objectives. First, get myself a pet Ravager. Second, build my very own outpost. And finally, defeat the Ender Dragon. Can I survive these 100 days as a Vindicator in hardcore Minecraft? Keep watching and find out. So here we go, our journey begins on day 1, and the first thing I noticed, I was in this woodland mansion. Very nice. So I decided to go around this woodland mansion to see what I could find, and after a bit of exploring, I could see there was this armory room, and as I entered this armory room, I could see there was an iron axe. I'll take one of these. And also, I was getting a bit hungry, and luckily, there was this chest, which had some food. Very nice. So I had some food and continue exploring. And I found this tree. So I chopped down this tree with my brand new iron axe and collected myself some dark oak wood. And don't worry, I planted back some saplings and then I found this room. And as I entered this room, I could see there were some bookshelves. I will need these for my enchantment table. So I collected myself a few. Also, I found some flower pots. I'm sure the evokers won't mind if I take these. Okay, I think it's now time we go exploring. Ah yes, some fresh air. So I headed out across the lands and found some sheep. I need some wool. So I took down these sheep with my iron axe. Collected myself some wool so I could actually make myself my very own bed. And also I found this tree. I don't know how this happened. Anyways, I went out exploring a bit more. There it was, a village. And yep, there it was, villagers. So I waited for the right opportunity and I struck. After a few swings, I took down the villager and he dropped some emeralds, which was pretty nice. But then I could see there was an iron golem. This was not good. Oh no, but even worse, he spotted me and he started chasing me. I had to run. I had to get out of here as soon as possible. If the iron golem hit me, it would be game over instantly. I had to run. I had to leave the village. So that's what I did. I will be back. I will be back for my revenge. Anyways, my journey continues across the lands and I see this cave. So I entered this cave and I couldn't believe my eyes. I could see there was some iron and coal. This was amazing. So I gathered up some cobblestone and made a very simple stone pickaxe. So I gathered up all the iron that I could, which was quite a bit of iron if I do say so myself. Hey, a creeper. Oh, what's this? Also a secret cave. Very nice. Anyways, I head out the cave and I could see it was getting nighttime very quickly. So I thought, why not set up camp? So that's what I did. I placed in my bed and also I made a campfire. And there it is. It is now time to rest up and get some sleep. On day 2, I stumbled across this spot and I thought this looks like a perfect spot to build my very own base. What do you guys think? So I placed in my crafting table, bed, furnace, and also a chest so I could store all my items. I can't forget about my iron, so I made sure to smelt it up as well. Very nice. Anyways, I chopped down some trees with my iron axe. And I also wanted to build a bit of a carrot farm. I needed some food. I didn't have any potatoes just yet, so I had to make a very simple carrot farm. Okay then, it's time to get some materials to build my very own base. So I went to this mountain, collected myself loads of stone, and also went around collecting loads of dark oak wood. I would seriously need this. Then I happily travelled home and started construction on my very own base. So I used plenty of dark oak wood, some lanterns, and also some glass to make it look very nice. There it is. Our home is pretty much built. I really like the design of this build. I think it looks amazing. I'll give you guys a little tour. So coming up through here, we have our spruce stairway, which looks pretty good if I do say so myself. Also used some of those flower pots that I collected from the woodland mansion. Anyways, entering our base, we have a ladder right here. And if we climb up this ladder, we get another room, which has some windows, which looks pretty nice. And finally, our main area. This is where we sleep and have all our storage, which looks pretty nice. Anyways, after all that, I wanted to check up on my carrot farm. So I headed outside and I could see it was doing very well. Gathered up a few carrots and I quickly noticed that, yeah, our armor is not really looking that good, is it? Yeah, it's time to go to the caves. So I headed to the caves and I was, getting attacked by this skeleton. And I have to say, he did some serious damage. He took me down to like 3 hearts, which was mad. Anyways, I took care of that and I started to gather up loads of iron. I would need loads of this stuff if I was going to be making a full set of iron armor and tools. day 12, we finally get home and I make a full set of iron armor and also some brand new tools. And there it is. We now have a full set of iron armor. Very nice. Once we have all this iron armor, I decided to go back to the village. So I went around the village, taking down all these villagers. And they didn't stand a chance. They couldn't stop me. But then, as I took down this villager, I could see there was an iron golem. This was really bad. He was very angry. I tried to build up right here, but no. He hit me, and he took me down to 2 hearts. I couldn't believe it. If I didn't have my iron armor, I'll be gone for sure. This was not good. But luckily, the next day, I was able to heal back up, and then I used my iron axe to take down this iron golem. After a few swings, there it was. The iron golem has been defeated. Wow. Anyways, I happily collected up all the villagers' materials, like this hay. There was loads of hay here, which was amazing. And also, I could see there was a brewing stand. Don't mind if I do. But then, I couldn't believe what I could see. I could see there was some potatoes. So I happily collected some potatoes, and there it is. It's now time to head back to base and make a potato farm. Don't mind the village. Anyways, we get home, and I make a bit of a potato farm. But it's not looking so good. Oh no, it's time for an upgrade. So I spent the next couple of days upgrading this place, making this place look very nice. Used some birch wood and also some spruce. And there it is, the potato farm is now done. So I'll give you guys a little tour. We have some storage, and of course we have our potato farm, which looks pretty nice. But we don't really have many potatoes. I need some bone meal, so that means I have to go to the nether, of course. So day 19, I headed back to the caves, and I wanted to get myself some obsidian, but then I could see there were some diamonds. I was super amazed. So I collected up these diamonds and made a diamond pickaxe. And then I went to get myself some obsidian. So I gathered up about 10 obsidian, just enough to make a nether portal. And then I quickly noticed that there was this amethyst crystals, and I'll need this for my spyglass. So I collected a few of those, but even better, I could see there were some axolotls. I was super excited. I made some iron buckets, and I wanted to keep these guys as my very own pets. So I gathered up all the axolotls, and we now have some axolotl pets. Very nice. Before I make the nether portal, I wanted to make the axolotls their very own home. So over here looks like a perfect spot. So I started clearing out a massive space for the axolotls, moving up all the dirt and then decorating the area up, making it look very pretty. And I would say I did a good job. I think it looks amazing. So I placed in all my axolotls, and I could tell they was very happy. Just look at them. After that, I made the nether portal, and it's now time to head through to the nether and see what we could find. And as I jumped through to the other side, yeah, just a typical nether. Anyways, I found some glowstone and also some crimson wood, but even better, I found a bastion. I was super amazed, so I entered the bastion, and I went looking for some loot, and I found this chest, and there was a diamond pickaxe. Not the best, but I'll take it. So I gathered up some gold, and then I found this second chest. And as I opened this chest up, I couldn't believe what I could see. There was a diamond chest plate, diamond boots, and also this netherite ingot. I was super amazed. I continued to loot up the rest of the bastion, finding myself some pretty nice stuff, if I do say so myself. At day 23 to 24, I wanted to find myself a nether fortress. And wouldn't you know it, I found one. So I went around the fortress, taking down a few blazes, and I have to say, these blazes put up a fight, if I do say so myself. Yes, some bones. I'll take these. I need these for my potato farm. So I made sure to collect plenty of these. The next day, I wanted to find a second fortress because the last fortress didn't have any nether warts, sadly. But this one did, which was great. So I collected up some nether warts, and then I went home. Well, it is now time to make a potion station. So that's what I'm going to do. I made it very simple, added a few item frames around, added the brewing stands, added some water, and there it is. But I couldn't forget about making potions. So I made a few strength 2 potions. I would need these. Hey, and also I wanted to go and check up on my potato farm. I wanted to see how it was doing, and to my surprise, it was doing very well. Perfect. So I harvested them up, and then went to go and cook them, so I could have myself some more food. It is now time. It is now time to get myself a pet ravager. So I headed across the lands, looking for this village. I travelled across mountains, swamps, and plains, until I could see, off in the distance, there it was, a village. I knew what had to be done, so I headed over there quick as I could and started a raid. And I could see the villagers were panicking, so I had my strength 2 potion, and I started taking down the villagers. But I quickly noticed that they had an iron golem. This was not good, so I used my crossbow to do damage to the iron golem, but the iron golem hit me. and took me down to like 3 hearts, which was really bad. But luckily, it was only 1 shot away. So I used my crossbow and defeated the Iron Golem. And then I could see all the pillagers have arrived, and also the Ravager. There it was. So I mounted the Ravager, and there it is. We now have a pet Ravager. I was super happy. So me and my friend Ravager, we went around the village, taking down all the villagers. They didn't stand a chance. It was well too powerful. And there it is. We did it. We defeated all the villagers, but there was one more thing to do. Set the place on fire. So that's what I did. I made a flint and steel and set the entire village on fire. This is to show the villagers not to mess with me. And just look at this place. This place has been completely destroyed. Wow. On our way back home, I wanted to gather up some materials, like some dark oak wood, some leaves, and also some like dirt and acacia wood. Because I was going to be using these materials for my pet Ravager, I wanted to make him his very own like home. So I made sure to gather up loads of materials, and then I headed back home. We finally arrived home. Now it's time to start work on the Ravager's home. So that's what I'm going to do. And I have to say, it looks pretty good. Just look at it. I think it looks amazing, and I could tell my pet Ravager was very happy. Just look at him. Just look at the smile on his face. And also, if you guys haven't noticed, I've did a bit of decorating. I've added some grass around, some flowers, to make this place look very nice, and I think I did a good job. Okay, our armor's not really looking that good. I think it's time we go for an upgrade. So I went to the caves, gathering up loads and loads of diamonds. I would need loads of these. Alright, that should be plenty of diamonds. It's time to go home and make my diamond armor. So I rushed home the quickest I could and made a full set of diamond armor and also a few tools. And I also remembered that I had a netherite ingot. So I decided to combine that with my axe so I could turn it into netherite. And there it is. And also, I didn't forget, I made sure to make the enchantment table as well. I will be needing this for enchants. So I made the enchantment table, but we need a place for this enchantment table to go. Here looks like a perfect spot for now. So I placed in the enchantment table, and I wanted to see what enchants I could get. And I could see there was Unbreaking 3, so I went with that. And I also had Efficiency 4, which is pretty nice. Enchanted my leggings, get myself Protection 3. But sadly, I did not have enough levels. So I had to go back to the nether and gather up like so many levels. So I gathered up loads of levels. I think about 46 should be enough. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's plenty of levels. It is now time to go back home and enchant my armor. So I headed home, enchanted my boots, get myself Protection 4, Depth Strider 3, my helmet, Protection 4, and my chest plate, Protection 3. I also enchanted some books and got myself Sharpness 3, so I combined those together to make a Sharpness 4 book, and then I put that Sharpness 4 onto my axe, so I can make it extremely OP. But there was also some other enchants that I wanted to add to my axe as well, so we're not finished just yet. But for the most part, I think we did a good job. We got a full set of diamond enchanted armor, which is very nice. Well then, with all out the way, I think it's time we go on an adventure. So I headed out across the lands, and I found this village. This is a perfect opportunity to go and test out my new axe. So that's what I did. I took down this villager, and yeah, it works perfectly. Anyways, I continue exploring, and I found this Pillage Outpost. This was great. So I went over there and said hi to the pillagers, and I decided to go and make a way up to the top and found this chest. And as I opened up this chest, I could see there were some potatoes and also some carrots. Very nice. So I said my final goodbyes to the pillagers and continue exploring. Is that a jungle? Yes, it is. So I found myself a jungle and also some bamboo. This was amazing. So I gathered up some bamboo and also some jungle wood. I would be needing this. Hey, I found myself a panda. I rarely find these guys. So I decided to give him a bit of bamboo, and I could see he was a very happy panda. Just look at him. He seems very happy. Anyways, my journey continues across the seas, and I could see there was a desert temple. I was super surprised, so I headed over there the quickest I could. And I opened up these chests right here and found some amazing loot. I was super amazed. And also, don't worry, I didn't forget about the TNT, so I made sure to gather up that as well. Hey, and also, I don't know what it was, but I kept finding desert temples. I'm not complaining, I'll take it. Hey, the next day I found a drowned zombie. It was alright, but that's not all. Oh no, I also found this chest. And as I opened up this chest, I could see there was a treasure map. So I headed out across the lands, looking for this buried treasure. And after a bit of digging, there it was, the buried treasure. There was some diamonds, some iron, and also the Heart of Sea, which was incredible. Hey, that's not very nice. Anyways, I left the goats alone, and I found a Badlands biome. I was looking for one of these, so I gathered up some terracotta, and I went looking for a mine shaft. I wanted to find myself a mine shaft because I wanted to see if I could find myself a name tag. And that looks like a mine shaft to me. Let me get a closer look. Yes, it is. I found myself a mine shaft, which is incredible. Even better, I found myself this minecart. And as I opened up this minecart, I could see there was a name tag. I was super happy. Anyways, I gathered up some more terracotta and also found some other loot, which was quite nice. I found these polar bears, and yeah, they seem pretty chill. So I said hi, and I found this igloo. Rather strange. So I entered and I found this hatch. So I decided to make a way down and have a look what was down here. I could see there were some villagers and stuff which were not really important. But there was this chest with a golden apple. I'll take this. And I have to say, I think that was a nice little journey. I think it's now time we go back home. Ah yes, we finally arrived home. Finally. And the first thing I wanted to do was to go and name my pet Ravager. I wanted to call him Rage. I thought that was a perfect name for him. So I went to go and name my pet Ravager, and I could tell he was very happy. Just look at him. But that's not all. Oh no, I wanted to build myself my very own underground base. So I spent the next couple of days building this. Here's a little rough cut on what it looks like. All we need to do now is some decoration. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'll give you guys a little tour. Starting off, we have this stone brick stairway with some spruce wood. And finally coming down here, we have some storage. This is basically where we store all our items and stuff. We have some blast furnaces and also some smokers over here, so we can cook up our ores and food quickly. In here, we have a bit of like a spare room, which I might use for our armory room later on or something. But for now, it's pretty much empty. And also, I decided to move the enchantment table down here because I kind of thought it was a better spot for it. And it kind of looks better down here anyways. And of course, I had to do it. I had to make myself another potato farm. You can never have too many potatoes. Okay, I think it's no time to waste, and I think it's time we go and upgrade our axe. And yeah, it can do with an upgrade. So I headed back to the Nether and gathered up loads more XP because I would be needing this. And also I stumbled across another bastion, which was pretty nice. So I entered this bastion and I found some amazing loot, like some golden carrots, a bunch of gold, and also this another chest with some diamond armor and also another netherite ingot, which is incredible. Wow. Alright, we have enough levels, so I rushed back home, enchanted a new axe, get myself efficiency 4, Unbreaking 3 on Steel Touch as well, and a pickaxe, get myself Fortune 3, and also some other sharpness books, and then I combined it out with my axe to make the ultimate OP axe. The next day I was getting rather hungry and I needed some more food. So I went to my potato farm and harvested up all my potatoes, then went to go and cook them. I was a very hungry Vindicator. I needed food. Well, once our potatoes are cooking, I think it's time we do a bit of building. So I cleared out a bit of space and decided to make a bit of a dock area for our boats to go and stuff. I made it very simple, just used typical oak logs, which looks pretty nice. Very simple, not too special really. Here's a little tour of what it looks like. We have our boats. Yeah, very nice. And you know that armory room I was talking about? Yeah, it's about time we actually make some armor stands. So I made a few armor stands and I went to go and place them in. So I placed in about 4 armor stands, 1 for iron armor, 1 for diamond, 1 for gold, and 1 for leather. Made a few item frames so I could display some axes, and there it is. I think it looks amazing. Wow. Perfect. I think it's now time we start preparing for the end. So I went back to the Nether, gathering up loads of ender pearls, and also went back to the fortress and gathered up loads of blaze rods. And I'll need loads of these. So I made some Eyes of Ender, and we're now ready. It is now time. It is now time. It is now time to go and defeat the Ender Dragon once and for all. So I gathered everything I needed from my chest, all my armor, potions, blocks, water bucket, all the stuff I needed for this fight. And before I left, I made sure to say goodbye to my pets as well. I said goodbye to my axolotls, and also said goodbye to my pet Ravager. This might be the last time I would ever see them. So I headed out, and as I made my way down these stairs, there it was. The end portal. I knew what I had to do, so I placed in all the Eyes of Ender. So I didn't hesitate, and I jumped through, and as I got through to the other side, there she was, the Ender Dragon. I knew what I had to do. I had to take down these egg crystals as soon as possible, so I used my crossbow to take down these end crystals. And there it is. All the end crystals have been destroyed. It is now time to take down the Ender Dragon once and for all. I can do this. So I used my crossbow to do the much damage I could to the Ender Dragon. But the Ender Dragon came to the middle. This was my time to use my axe and do damage to the Ender Dragon. The Ender Dragon was getting weaker and weaker by the minute. I could tell. I could see the Ender Dragon was getting weaker and weaker. This was it. It is now time. So I struck my axe and took down the Ender Dragon once and for all. Wow. We did it. Wow, I can't believe it. So I gathered up all the XP and also made sure to gather up the Ender Egg. I was not going to be leaving this behind, so I gathered up the Ender Egg, but before I went home I wanted to go to the End City and get myself the Elytra. So I Ender pearled through and I was up here. So I made a way down and also gathered up some chorus fruit. I might need this, who knows. But then, as I was travelling across the lands, I could see, there it was, the End City, and also there was an End ship, which was amazing. Hey, also there's a shulker, so I made sure to take care of him as well. Anyways, I made our way up to the End ship and entered, and I could see there was some amazing loot here. So I gathered up all this amazing loot, and then there it was, the Elytra. Wow. We did it. What am I waiting for? It's time to test out this Elytra. So that's what I did. And yep, it works perfectly. But my journey wasn't over yet. Oh no, I wanted to go and find a second End City. So I headed out across the lands, and surprisingly, I found one, which was incredible. So I entered this End City and found some more amazing loot. Okay then, okay, I think it's now time we go back home. I think that was a cool little journey. So I finally get home, and now what I decided to do was to make a bit of a place for my End Egg to go. So I used some gold blocks, some quartz blocks, and also some soul lanterns, and some crying obsidian. And finally, the Ender Egg. And there it is. Wow, we did it. Well guys, this is where our journey ends. 100 days as a Vindicator in hardcore Minecraft. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all next time. Peace out.